These are the size of bass that are hanging out shallow and just nipping at the bait. It's 9:08. I gotta talk loud because you guys aren't gonna be able to hear me. But we are walking into Bonelli today, 4th of July, 9:08. We're gonna fish until around noon. I brought 2 poles. I brought a weightless Finesse rig set up that I could throw my weightless fly line rigs and the Chatterbait. I think today's gonna be a good Chatterbait day. The sun is out. It looks like it's gonna be a little windy, so the reaction bite should be decent this morning. So we're gonna go check it out. I'm gonna mostly be throwing the reaction and slowing down with the weightless setup when I see some fishy areas. So let's give it a shot. It takes about 10 minutes to walk in from the park and ride. So we got about 5 more minutes, maybe about 7 more minutes till we hit the lake. See you then. Already crowded with people. It's 4th of July. I'm telling you, on the holidays, the fish like to bite. They like to show off for all the people that come to see them, I think. I'm telling you, holidays, the fish bite. Like seeing so many families get together and enjoy themselves at the lake. It's really fun to come to the lake on the weekends and to see so many people enjoying it just as much as we do. They're not fishing, but they're enjoying it just as much as we are. This place is an important resource for us, especially for our local community. It's been very important to my life, and I know there's other people out there that feel the same way. It's a special place for us. Coming up to our first spot. Empty, good, yeah. All right, cool. We got an empty spot. Start working it. I'm gonna be moving fast today, throwing the Chatterbait. And take a look. Here's a little tip. This kind of grass that's on there, I think it's hydrilla. It holds fish. It's more habitable for the fish than the snot grass. So when you see grass like this, fish it a little bit longer. All right, I'm fishing this spot. Has it been 10 minutes? What grabbed this and destroyed this bait like that? Oh my God, he destroyed it. He pulled the skirt down and he ripped the tail off. What the hell kind of bass bit that? Goddamn. He destroyed it. I think this is what they want for the day, so we're gonna continue working it. Was not expecting to lose a swim bait like that, so I don't bring extras. I have to improvise. I'm putting a Senko at the end of that, a half Senko, so we'll see. I don't think the bass will care. All right, we got the wind picking up kind of early. It's only 10 o'clock and we already got the wind blowing. The last few days, the wind has been not normal. It's not the way the lake typically acts as far as the wind goes. It's been pretty gusty. Even early right now, it's 10 o'clock and it's pretty gusty. We're gonna see what the fish think. I really think that it's gonna help the fishing out. Look at the waters breaking up. It's not crystal clear glass top. It should allow the fish to move around more. We'll see. Hopefully, in theory, should help the fishing out. It's kind of low light conditions, overcast. So this is actually pretty good weather. I should be getting some bites. I got a bite earlier, a little guy right now on this little point, but nothing that wants to cooperate yet. So we'll see. Oh no, I'm getting encroached on by a local. I hope I don't have to tell him something. Confrontation averted. He acknowledges the space and he moved before anyone had to say anything. Damn, that boater lost a good one. Heard it flopping around, turned, and he was off. I'd be pissed if I lost a fish like that. I lost one yesterday like that, and I'm still trying to get over it. You know, this whole stretch, I've been getting bites. I've gotten about like 6 short strikes. The little guys want to play. Where the big guys at? They must be little bass or little bluegill. But they're just tap it and run. Hit it and quit it real quick. So we'll see. You see, these are the size of bass that are hanging out shallow and just nipping at the bait. You know, they want to bite it. Look at the hook. The hook from a weightless rig is barely fits in his mouth, so they tap it. All right, just because he's a little guy, we gotta clean him off still too. Doesn't mean we could leave him all dirty. Clean him off. Resuscitate him a little bit. There he goes. Later, dude. Hopefully you learned your lesson. Where are you going? Some people hate when the wake boats are on the water, but watch. Look at the wakes are starting to come this way. Look at the shore right now. And then I'm gonna record when the wakes start to hit the shore. Some people complain about it. I actually kind of like the boat traffic, the heavy boat traffic days. You're gonna see what the waves do to the shore. Look at how clear it is. When the waves start crashing, I'll record and I'll show you what goes on. Okay, so some of the waves came in. I didn't record it because I was getting attacked, sorry. But see how the waves come in? Look what they do to the shallows. Oh, I'm getting a bite, I'm getting a bite. Alright, but anyways, look at all the disruption it gives the shallows. This gets the fish moving, but I don't have any evidence other than anecdotal over the years. But when the water is dirty like this and the waves are crashing, the bass will give you some action. Rhymed a little bit right there. Alright, so now it's 10:36. We fished this whole bank area. I switched over to the weightless finesse tactics, and that seems to be getting baits more than the chatterbait. All right, back-to-back bass, back-to-back casts. That's always great when that happens. I got a bigger one. This is what, about a pound? So they're getting bigger. They're starting to bite on this area. It's 10:38. Back-to-back casts. That's always fun. All right, wash them off. Get them released. Rinse them off a little bit. He wants to go. There he goes. Two fish for the day, 10:39. All right, I'm gonna try this area again, but from my experience, after catching 2 fish from one area from shore, so I don't know, something happens. I think the fish go back and tell them to not bite because they shut down for us shore anglers. I noticed there's some boat anglers that they'll purposely keep the fish in the live well to prevent that from happening. I kind of thought that was silly at first, but the more that I fish, the more I kind of think that there's something to it. All right, so I threw it out there again, and right away, I got a little tap by a little guy. So let's see if they still want to be active. Dude, I was just gonna record and I had a fish on and I tugged on it and it flew over here. There's a little guy, another little guy. But see what I was telling you? The waves. I'm telling you, the waves, right when these waves started coming, these fish started getting active. Like they're biting them. Like I just had another one out there. So it's the activity once these waves start coming in. I'm telling you, the bass really like that. I don't know why, but that's just what I've noticed over the years. I've got 1 more hour to fish. Let's go. It's drizzling. It's actually drizzling right now. 11:05. It's drizzling. Wasn't expecting that. All right, it's 11:07. I think I'm done for the day. Gonna head home. Start the 4th of July festivities early. Do the barbecuing early. Was gonna stay till 12, but catching 3. That's a good outing. I think it's time to go. I'm gonna start walking. All right, so I got 2 takes on there being little fish shallow right now, and all the big fish being offshore. Probably suspending with the bait fish, eating those guys. It is kind of annoying that all the little fish are shallow, but I think if we make lemonade, we could consider it getting a lot of feedback. Getting a lot of feedback from the little guys. Even though they're little, they give you feedback. And at this lake, we need all the feedback we could get from these fish. The interactions we get are few and far between. Each interaction, we get some feedback to let us know what we're doing right and wrong. The good thing about all these little hits from these little guys is that it gives you an idea that what you're doing is somewhat appealing to the bass. Maybe not the bigger ones, but you're on the right track to having some success if the little guys are interested in it. Doing that, you can have the peace of mind knowing that maybe a small little change in your presentation or your setup or your bait, something needs to be changed. You're getting some nibbles, you're getting some attraction, but to get them to strike, might have to do something a little different, not completely different than what you're doing, but just change a little, small little change. That's the good thing about the action of these smaller fish that are shallow. They give us all that feedback that us anglers, we could use. So what I suggest, if you're having trouble fishing this lake and you don't get a lot of feedback, right now is a good time to come out and try your bait, because you'll get some instant feedback even from the little guys that you're doing something right. And if you're doing something right, don't mess with it. They may not bite, they may not eat it, you may not hook them, but you'll get them to tap. And right about now during this season, sometimes getting them just to tap it, to nibble, sometimes you got to take that as a win, as a success. You know how stingy this lake is. It doesn't like to give up fish that often. You got to work for them. So we got to take our victories where we can. And sometimes, even if it is just getting the dinks to nibble a couple times, that's the victory. But as for me today, I was able to, I hooked 2, lost 1 at the shore, little guy. Got numerous bites. Got 1 bass that destroyed my chatterbait skirt and a trailer. So I think I got some good feedback for today, especially for it being a morning session or early afternoon session. So I guess with that, I'll end it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll probably be back out here tomorrow for sure, if not later on tonight after I barbecue with the family and stuff. But most likely I'll be out tomorrow doing the same thing. Maybe I'll have another video journal for you guys. So with that, I want to say thank you. I guess tight lines, like they always say. And see you next time. Thanks for watching.